Good morning, friends, and thank you for choosing to start your day with me today. As you can tell, my voice is back, but it still sounds pretty snarly. Yesterday, it was not calming, it was not soothing, it was a bad deal, and so I decided that if I was going to try and muscle through, it would not give you the desired effect that I've been trying to establish for the last few weeks. So as you can tell, it is still a little gritty. I am pausing every now and then just to hear myself on the stream, just so I can tell if I need to bail because this is counterproductive for you, or if it is still somewhat tolerable. Those of you that have played Dungeons & Dragons with me, I have a character whose name is Thaco, and he sounds like he is a smoker from the Bronx, and that is legitimately what I sounded like yesterday. So I thought, in the spirit of trying to be calm, cool, soothing, and actively meditative, sounding like a mafiosa boss was not the best way to do it. I am also lucky enough to be one of those people that I can sleep off usually whatever ails me, so that's exactly what I did yesterday. I decided that I was going to do a mental inventory of how I felt mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, that equaled my physical, and it told me that if I take one day, I will be able to give my energies to my family and friends over the weekend that I had already allowed myself to. If I decided to muscle through yesterday, I would not, while yes, I would be providing you your positive start to the day, I would also be sacrificing my energies for the rest of my family and friends. So, as I did feel guilty yesterday that I was not able to spend my morning with you, but in the end, it was the best decision. So I hope that you can also take from that, if you don't feel good, if your mental inventory tells you that you're going to be spending more energy trying to be who you are than you're going to be expelling, maybe just take a day for yourself. Take a Benadryl a day. So I'm going to start with the triple shield, and then we are going to jump back into our discussion of SMART goals, and today is Feedback Friday. So if you are watching this on Twitch or YouTube, whichever modality you decide to join me through, and whether it be live or whether it be through the VOD, please let me know what I can do better, how I can support you better, or what you would like to see more on on the stream. As well, I will be explaining the Awaken Your True Self program that I am launching the end of the month. So there is going to be a sales pitch at some point, but I will get to that later on. So let's start with our triple shield today. So I invite you to take a sip of coffee, tea, milk, juice, whatever you're enjoying this morning. Take that last sip and get comfortable. Allow yourself to surrender your physical to your chair or lay down on your back if you wish, and close your eyes. And allow the music to take your unconscious where it wants to go. Allow yourself to see the world that the music creates in your mind. Notice the peace and calm throughout your body. Mentally say to yourself, I control how energy and information flows. Repeat this mentally with confidence and conviction. Imagine purple and violet light of divine wisdom and discernment coming down from the top of your head into your heart and into the rest of your body. Have that violet light come out from your chest, wrapping around you and going back into you through your spine. The second layer of this shield is the golden light of divine unconditional love coming down from your highest source of self-wisdom. Have the light spill from your head like a waterfall, wrap around the first shield, and move down to the bottom of your feet. The final layer of your shield is bright, clear light of divine absolute power, coming down from your source, surrounding your entire body, creating the bubble. The bubble extends beyond your outreached hands, below your feet, and above your head. I invite you now to develop awareness of this shield. Feel the warmth and comfort at the divine absolute power, the unconditional love and wisdom surrounding you. Show gratitude to everything and the intention, I control how energy and information flows. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Ooh, that's hot. So, I hope my voice is not too gravelly and it is still calming and soothing as best as it can be. So let's continue our discussion on SMART goals. That has been our challenge for the week. I challenged you on Monday to set yourself a SMART goal that is achievable, whether or not you want to achieve it this week, this month, or this year. We established a goal that was simple and specific. Once we established that, we then discussed how you can measure the milestones for this goal. How are you going to know that you are achieving this goal as you work towards it? What milestones are you going to hold yourself accountable to? And what action steps do you need to take? Because hope isn't an action plan. Hoping that you're going to achieve something, but not doing anything to do it or to achieve it is just a waste of time and energy. Hoping that all of the energy and resources and actions that you put towards achieving your goal allow you to achieve it that is your SMART goal. Hoping that all the effort that you put into this comes out ahead is acceptable. Saying, I hope to start my own business by August, but not doing anything to achieve it is counterproductive. And I know that's a hot take, and I know a lot of people get defensive when I say hope isn't an action plan. Because they say hope is sometimes all people have. That's great. That's awesome. And you know what? Hope is a good thing to have, as long as you are not relying on hope to get you through. I can hope that my dad wins the lottery until the cows come home. But if he doesn't play, that's never going to happen. So, finally, the last two steps we're going to discuss today is resources and time frame. What resources do you need in order to achieve your goal? What resources do you have that you need to achieve your goal? So, if you want to start your own business, what resources do you need in order to start that business? Well, you need to understand how to navigate the business side of things. You need to know how to register a business. Does your business need insurance? Do you need to hold on to any sort of files or paperwork? What audience is your business reflecting? What are you pitching to your clientele? Who is your clientele? I am working with a coach for my business right now, and he has given me an amazing task that I want to share with you today. And it's building your clientele and creating 3 specific clients. So my specific clients are people who work in retail. Specifically, I want to help people who work in retail because I know how much retail sucks. At the same time, I know how rewarding retail can be. So if you're a retail associate, and you don't have to, it can be any big box store, it can be any, if you sell something physical for the exchange of money, that is retail. So if you work in retail, and you used to love your job, but you don't anymore, maybe I can help you find out why. Why don't you love your job anymore? And I can help you find the love you used to have. If you work in retail and you absolutely hate it now, you used to love it, but now you absolutely hate it, maybe I can help you find a new job. Maybe I can help you find a new purpose in life. So my first client, my first clientele in this project is the retail associate. My second client is the person who wants to find their purpose in life. They feel lost. They don't know what they want to do. They don't know what their purpose in life is. They feel empty. It's not that they don't feel fulfilled, but they don't find the fulfillment they're looking for in what they do. And so I want to help them find the fulfillment that I have found. Whether that be through becoming a coach, whether that be through becoming a sponsor, or whether that be becoming an investment banker, who knows? But whatever their fulfillment is, whatever they feel their purpose in life is, I want to help them find it so they can feel as fulfilled as I do. Finally, my last client in this hypothetical is people who deal with anxiety, people who live with anxiety. I have social anxiety. I have extreme social anxiety. And I have recovered from agoraphobia, where I was afraid to leave the house. I would physically vomit before I would leave the house because I was so afraid of so many different factors. And I learned new coping mechanisms that, as well as with my medication, also helped. Traditional talk therapy didn't help me with my anxiety. It just left me with more questions. Transformational coaching allowed me to go through my timeline, go through my unconscious, and find the root cause of my anxiety. Figure out what caused it, why, and how is it still affecting me today. So, my third client is me. People who are just like me. People who are living with anxiety and are trying to find the root cause, and traditional talk therapy just isn't doing what they want it to. They're not finding the satisfaction, and they are not finding the conclusions from traditional talk therapy that they are looking for. The alternative to talk therapy is transformational life coaching. And that's my third client. So if you were to put my clientele on a stage, you would see retail associates that love their job, but they want to find that love again. They like what they do, or they used to like what they do, and they find another, or they like what they do and they want to find that love again. Good morning, Tal. How are you? Thank you for thanking me. You know the sound of my voice better than anybody. You can hear what I sound like. But thank you. I appreciate you being here today. Thank you for showing up today. And so I hope that, if maybe you know some people who are retail associates that are struggling, maybe they love their job, but they're trying to find that love again. Maybe they hate their job. They used to love it, but now they're just miserable. Maybe I can help them find their purpose in life. And maybe you know somebody who is outwardly saying, my anxiety is getting the better of me, and my therapist just isn't giving me the results that I wanted. Maybe alternative, I don't want to call it therapy, maybe alternative coaching is what they're looking for. And finally, the last point of this, of your SMART goal, the final letter of this acronym, SMART, I legitimately almost said SMRT, is time frame. What is your hard deadline? What is the deadline that is set in stone, that is unmovable, that is the wall? I am also looking forward to this weekend. Friends, I'm going to call out Tala Lee, who is my sister from another mister. She's coming up this weekend. I haven't seen her for I don't know how long, so I am super excited for this weekend. And you feel that you fit into all three clientele that I'm targeting? That's because you are me. Love you, Tal. And so with your SMART goal, what's your time frame? What is your set in stone time frame? What is your deadline that if you don't miss it, you failed? And I know that sounded harsh, and I know that sounded a little mean, a little not nice, but if we don't set ourselves a hard deadline, then the milestones that we've set are useless. If we don't set ourselves a hard deadline, then what are we working towards? How are we going to hold ourselves to a healthy accountability? How are we going to achieve our goal if we don't give ourselves a deadline? If your time frame, if you set a specific goal, July 31st, you want to have an active business open for business by July 31st. If, June 26th rolls around and you're like, oof, I'm not going to make that deadline, I'm going to push that deadline, you have missed the whole point of setting a SMART goal. If you set yourself a deadline of July 31st, June 26th rolls around and you say, oof, I'm not going to make this deadline. What do I need to reprioritize in my life in order to set that deadline, in order to meet that deadline? That's healthy accountability. And 9 times out of 10, that is where we end up failing ourselves. Now, what I'm about to say might be a little mean, it might be a little pokey, it might be a little salty. But because you've established your veil, you control the emotions and informations that flow so you can choose how you respond to this. Your SMART goal is the goal that you have created for yourself. You have set a specific goal. You have set the specific milestones. You have chosen your action steps. You have identified the resources. You have set in stone the time frame of when you want to achieve this goal. Why would you waste all this time and energy only to move the end goal? We need to start reframing our goal setting. A dream is just a goal without a timeline. I always dreamt about having my own business. I always dreamt about, being self-employed and not having to worry about, having other people tell me what to do or how to do things. I wanted to do it myself. I am very independent. Sometimes I am independent to a fault. But what I want to do is help people find the enlightenment that I have found. I want everybody to be as happy as I am. And did I gain this happiness overnight? Fuck no. It's taken me 3, almost 4 years of learning, of failing, of falling, of getting back up, of learning to figure out how to get to here. And now I'm here. And so this is where my sales pitch comes in. Remember how I was mentioning earlier? The sales pitch that I have today is I have been granted permission to run the Awaken Your True Self program that is licensed and created by Avalon Empowerment. Avalon Empowerment is the coaching program that I took that certified me for quantum time release, for evolved neurolinguistics, as well as transformational life coaching. What the hell do all of those words mean? Transformational life coaching is the happy medium between from traditional talk therapy to traditional life coaching. Traditional talk therapy is, well, how does that make you feel? It's great for rambling, and it's great for internal monologues, and it's great for discussing and talking. Traditional life coaching is having that cheerleader in your corner saying, you got this, you can do it, 5 more push-ups, 2 more reps, come on, hoo. Cool. I am the happy medium between those two things. Instead of asking you, how does that make you feel? I ask you, how is that a problem? And I know when I first learned that, that statement was very triggering for me because people used to use that on me all the time. Here's my issue. Well, how is that a problem? It's a problem because X, Y, and Z. I have learned to reframe that in the neurolinguistics program that I do. And what is neurolinguistics? That's just a big shiny word for saying I'm a word nerd. I have learned how to use the English language, linguistics, to trigger your unconscious to answer questions that you didn't know were there. So when I say, is that a problem? Your conscious mind says, well, yeah, okay. But when I say, how is that a problem? Your unconscious mind starts the 404 wheel. Error, answer not found. And when you're in a state of confusion is when you're in a state of learning. And so, evolved neurolinguistics is taking the traditional neurolinguistics, taking the traditional talk therapy, and taking it up to that next level. And finally, quantum time release. I have actually used a little bit of that in my familiar breakthrough, as well as some of the exercises we have done in the morning, where I have said now float up way above your timeline into the quantum, into the space, where you just touch the silence. Using quantum time release, we can discover your timeline, and we can figure out maybe what the root cause of your anxiety is. That is the super cool stuff that I do. And so Avalon Empowerment has allowed me to run their, sorry that was super loud, has allowed me to run their Awaken Your True Self program. I took this program and I discovered what was missing in my life. I took this program and I realized what was holding me back, what my limiting decisions were, what the root cause of my anxiety was. This is what made me discover what I wanted to do in my life, and this is what made me discover what my true calling was and who my authentic self was. Now, here's the, I don't want to say here's the confusing part, but here's the thing that I have changed. This program normally is presented over the course of 2 days. It's a quote-unquote intensive 2-day course or program or integration. It's usually sold as a retreat where you take off for the weekend, you hang out with a bunch of new people, you discover emotions that you never knew existed, you experience your timeline. All that stuff is super cool. I have anxiety. I don't want to meet a bunch of new people. I don't want to go anywhere. And as somebody with a full-time job, you know, you don't want to take off. Maybe you do want to take off for the weekend. That would be amazing. How much free money do you have to spend on a weekend to hang out with me for 16 hours, 8 hours a day, over the course of 2 days? No. What I have done is I have made this program more accessible for my ideal clients. And when I say ideal clients, I mean the people that I know want to make a positive change in their life. Those that want to make that first positive step. But you don't want to sacrifice time with your family because your job has the schedule of ridiculous. Because you only have 2 days a week to spend with your family. I don't want to take that away from you, and you shouldn't have to sacrifice that. You should not have to sacrifice time, the only time you have, with your family. So what I have done is I have broken this up into 3-hour blocks across 5 days. 3-hour blocks that you can choose which block works best for you, which block allows you to spend time on yourself without having to sacrifice time with your family, and 3-hour blocks that are offered 3 different times through that day. Because I know schedules are never consistent. And I know through the week, if you have kids, they're at work, or your kids are at school. Wow, here we go. Your kids are at school, your spouse is at work, but you don't work until the afternoon, so you have your mornings available. Perfect. There's an AM block. On Tuesday, maybe the 12 o'clock block works best for you. So you can use that one. On Wednesday, your kids have gymnastics, they have after school programs, that's perfect. You can get your spouse to do that, and you can hang out with me on the Wednesday night block. Making this more accessible allows you to have more time to integrate, as well as more time to spend on yourself. When I did the course, it was over the course of 2 days, and it was super intense. There were emotions that started to bubble up that I didn't even know existed. And I personally didn't feel that I had the time to integrate that into my learnings. I didn't feel that I had enough time to digest it and unpack before we went into the next exercise. And so that's the other thing that I want to allow. I want you to be able to unpack things. I want you to be able to digest things that might have come up that you never realized before. And I want you to have the opportunity to ask questions and have, specific one-on-one time. So the program, there are 9 spots per 3-hour block, because that allows you to pick and choose whichever block is right for you, and so it's not necessarily the same 9 people. Why am I doing this virtually? Because that gives you that allows you the accessibility to do it from the comfort of your own home. It allows you to do it from the comfort and the privacy of your own bedroom. As someone with anxiety, it was so hard for me to do this program because I'm meeting new people. I'm meeting new people in a very vulnerable state, and I am meeting new people that I am expected to share feelings with that, maybe I don't want to do. And so my anxiety was super triggered. And so the way I'm doing this is I am allowing you to do this from the comfort of your own home, from the comfort of your living room, your bedroom, your basement, your office. And I'm also allowing you to have direct access to me. If something happens, if you suddenly have feelings that you're bubbling up and maybe you want to express them, boom, I'm here. If feelings are bubbling up but you're not too sure what they're about, and you want to process them, and you want to integrate them, and you want to think about them, because that's the way you process things, and then you want to speak to me about it, awesome. So, allowing this program to be accessible across 5 days in 3 different blocks per day, I feel that you will be able to get more out of it. Again, you get out of it what you put into it, but I feel that if you already know that you want to find your sense of fulfillment, you want to find your purpose in life, and you want to start making a positive change in your life, having access to these 3 blocks over the course of the 5 days, that gives you more than ample opportunity to make that positive change. If you want more information on that, please feel free to check out my website, www.livewithadvantage.com, or connect with me. You know how to get in touch with me by now. If you don't, all of my contact information is on my website, or you can go to Facebook, or you can DM me on Twitch as well, or you can DM me on YouTube. I am probably the most accessible life coach that you can find on the internet. That being said, maybe you want to make a positive change in your life, but you don't want to invest tons of money because A, you don't have tons of money, or B, you're like me. You want to make a positive change in your life, but you've seen those stupid Tim Robbins coaching videos. You've seen and heard of those stupid transformational coaches that are thousands of dollars. And you don't know if that's what's right for you. What I can say is I don't want repeat clients. If you come to me saying, I want to find my purpose in life, perfect. We're going to find your purpose in life. Peace out. Thanks for all the fish. Because that's what you wanted, and that's what you have achieved. Rapid, tangible, meaningful results is what I'm all about. Because I've spent thousands of dollars on the therapist couch with absolutely nothing to show for it. And so I dig it. 100% I dig it. And so if you come to me with a presenting problem that says, I want to fix this, perfect. We're going to fix it, and peace out. That's it. We're going to fix that specific problem. If you want to come back, if you come back because you have another specific problem that you want to fix, and I helped you fix the first one, awesome. I will help you fix that one too. But I don't consider you a repeat client, because if you come back for the same problem, that means I have failed. That means that I have failed you. And I don't like failure. But regardless of that, if you want to make a positive change in your life, but you don't know if the Awaken Your True Self is the program for you, I also have a Patreon. You know, where as little as $10 a month, but seriously, as little as $10 a month, you get access to exclusive content. You get access to meditations. You get access to a free coaching session with me once a month. You get emails. You get free check-ins. You get so many cool perks. You know, and yes, there are higher tiers. Of course there are. Or maybe you just want to, you know, give me a like and a follow on YouTube. Amazing. If you want to subscribe to my Twitch channel, awesome. There are many ways to show your support, or even just to, you know, jump on the Live with Advantage bandwagon that allows me to continue to help you anonymously, but also allows me to continue to help you as a whole. So, in conclusion, Awaken Your True Self, January 23rd to 27th. I think those are the dates. Check my website. Awaken Your True Self. It's an amazing program, and I know you will get amazing results out of it. Patreon. Sign up for the Patreon and see if Transformational Life Coaching can help you find fulfillment. Like and subscribe, so that you know when I'm going live, because I always put my alerts on Facebook, but I don't know about you, but my Facebook alerts are all sorts of effed up, where I'll get alerts for things like 3 days later. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you subscribe to me on Twitch, amazing. That's fantastic. If you don't want to subscribe to me, but you want to hit that like button, fantastic. You'll still get alerts of whenever I go live, and at least you can start the mornings off in a positive way. Even if you watch this VOD, every morning I get an alert of how many people watched my session or watched my video from the day before. And each morning when I wake up and I see 22 people watched my video yesterday, that means 22 people decided to start their day on a positive note. Or they ended their day on a positive note. Or they at least spent 1 hour for themselves. Which is the first positive step to your authenticity and to a positive change in your life. Which is amazing. So, in conclusion, like and subscribe. All I can say is, in Dungeons & Dragons, when a player uses the help action, the other player gets to roll with advantage. And so I'm asking to let me use the help action so I can let you live with advantage. So now that I've gotten all of the sales pitch out of the way, now that we have discussed in length, ad nauseum, if you will, the SMART goals, my challenge for you today is to review that SMART goal. Review that SMART goal and make sure, is it for you? Is it simple and specific? What are your measurable timelines? What are your milestones, and how are you going to hold yourself accountable? What are your action steps? What resources do you need? What resources do you have? And what is your hard set deadline? My challenge for you today is to create this SMART goal, and then over the weekend, start implementing it. Over the weekend, start thinking about how this SMART goal is going to change your life. And with that, I'm going to give you a few minutes to integrate everything I just talked about. I'm going to give you a few minutes to just sit and marinate and chew on, the things that we talked about. While I take a sip of coffee, because I know I can feel my voice is starting to go a little sideways. And then we are going to end our week. We're going to end our morning. We're going to end this day of streaming with some yoga nidra. So, I invite you now to take that last bit of coffee, tea, milk, juice, and I invite you now to either lay on the floor or get yourself comfortable in your chair, wherever you can sit or find yourself comfortable, where you're not going to have to move for the next few moments. Release any tight clothing, any jewelry you may have, anything that might become distracting. Adjust your pillow, your blankets, or anything else around you that would distract you from giving your full attention to the practice of Yoga Nidra. As you let yourself settle, release any tightness in your joints and muscles. Unclench your jaw and allow yourself to surrender your body to the floor. Allow the music to guide your unconscious where it wants to go. In this place of relaxation, mentally repeat your Sankalpa 3 times with confidence and conviction. Your Sankalpa is a simple resolve that you tell yourself on an unconscious level that allows you to carry on through the day. Stated in the present, it can be as simple as, I am happy and healthy. know that no matter what your sankalpa is, it is perfect and right for you. Now, as we rotate your awareness through your body, I invite you to visualize mentally, feel mentally the body part, and feel physically the positive energy surrounding it. Mentally picture in your mind the body part. Mentally picture the haze of warm, guiding light surrounding it. And allow yourself to relax it fully. Right hand thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, all four fingers and thumb together. Palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, top of the foot, bottom of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, all 5 toes together, the whole right side, the whole right side, the whole right side. Left hand thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, all 5 fingers together, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, hip, thigh, knee, shin, ankle, heel, top of the foot, bottom of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, all 5 toes together, the whole left side, the whole left side, the whole left side. I invite you now to bring your awareness to the back of the head, neck, shoulders, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, center of the back, lower back, right buttock, left buttock, right thigh muscle, left thigh muscle, right calf muscle, left calf muscle, the whole back, the whole back, the whole back. Bring awareness to all of the connection points and surrender yourself to the floor. I invite you to bring your awareness now to the front, starting with the top of your head, your forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, top lip, bottom lip, chin, throat, chest, abdomen, waist, the whole front, the whole front, the whole front. Here, in this place of relaxation, allow the music to once again take you where your unconscious wants to go. And mentally repeat your Sankalpa 3 times with confidence and conviction. Slowly bring your awareness to your consciousness and become aware of your surroundings. Slowly become aware of the energies in the room of anyone else, or maybe your cats, your dog, your hamster, your spouse, your kids. Gently bring your awareness to the sounds surrounding you, the traffic outside, the fridge in the kitchen. And slowly begin to move your fingers and toes, wrists, and ankles. And just allow yourself to touch the silence in your mind, knowing that with this relaxation and the creation of your veil, you control the emotions and information that flows. I would like to thank you for, as always, joining me this morning and starting your day off on a positive note. And I hope that the shield that we have created this morning, as well as the calmness that we have established with the Yoga Nidra, has allowed you to start the day on a positive, and that you will be able to face the day with motivation. I challenge you again over the weekend. Maybe listen to some of these pre-recording and do your own Yoga Nidra. necessarily do your own yoga nidra because that allows your conscious to always stay active. The point of yoga nidra is to allow your unconscious to come forward. And so feel free to use any of the meditations that I might have used previously on any of the videos that you want to watch on demand. And I challenge you over the weekend just to spend 20 minutes, and whether it be creating your veil, creating your shield, or just meditating, allow yourself 20 minutes of relaxation so you can give yourself those few moments to take a mental inventory of how you feel mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and how that is affecting your physical. I look forward to seeing you all on Monday morning. I wish you all a happy weekend. And as always, I will let the music roll for a few more moments, just so you can allow yourself this time of relaxation and allow your unconscious mind to touch the silence.